Hi, this is Chuck. I'd like to welcome you to our recording from today's fourth Sunday in Austin. We had quite a special time. We had wonderful music. We had new visitors, and we are building a community here that already is making a difference and will make an even greater difference as we go forward. I'd like you to take a look at this tape. I'd like for you to consider coming and joining with us. The next one is the fourth Sunday in October, and enjoy. If you have any feedback, I'd like that. What we want to do today is to talk about, the title is The Real High Road. And I have decided to name this period of history, and the name will catch on, as the crazy. This is the crazy, and I'll give you two reasons why that is. Did anybody see this new segment this week about small businesses and tax for small businesses? Well, when you think of small business, you think of mom and pop at the gas station, right? Small businesses are major corporations that pass through their profits to individuals. And so these 5 and 10 and $15 billion corporations are listed as small businesses because they have 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 owners. That's the small business that we're talking about. Now, the second instance of the crazy is that we've all seen this. I'm not sure everybody's aware of it, but you're probably aware of this. In the last 5 years, we have lost any ability to cite an authority on anything. We are living in an age of total disinformation. And whether you're getting it from the internet or even the New York Times at this point is suspect, is telling the actual truth. And much of what we hear is disinformation. Who was I just talking to? Dorothea. We were talking about the climate change. Mm-hmm. And everybody in this room has gone through the climate change disinformation. Mm-hmm. And we know, well, what is it? They've left us with, there's no authoritative answer on this. Now, none of this is important, other than to say that the stuff that we're experiencing in the crazy is not what we are about. And I saw, and I put on Facebook yesterday a little thing about the New World Order, which is kind of crazy all by itself. But there are people out there promulgating things that they think we're going to have to buy into, and there are people with power to make that happen. So who are we? And what kind of power do we have? We're the wild cards in this game. We're the people that have access to all kinds of power. But unfortunately, and I'm the poster child, by the way, for the duality. You think about duality, just think of me and you've got the poster child for it. Because I'm aware of all the negative stuff that goes on, and Karen will guarantee that. That's a true statement. And at the same time, I work on a daily basis to stay in the positive realm, and I'm learning that that's where everything is. But I'm learning it, as all of us are, because it's not an easy thing to learn. This business of duality and negativism is just about over. And the craziness is going through this with us. One of my friends, Doug Drain, here in town, says that we are at the end of a 5,000-year warrior culture. And it's almost over. But it is not going to go gently. And we're going to have to deal with a lot of it. But here's what our job is. If you're like me and you get caught over in the duality and the negative part of it, it's so easy to believe it. Because it's everywhere. But the same token is, if we can figure out the positive things that go on, we can be that and we can work for that. So I want Karen to share this and pass this around.
Well, Well, this is my favorite quote from anyone, and I have a lot of wonderful people that have been my teachers, but I love this the best. To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critic and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know even one life has breathed easier because you lived. This is to have succeeded. And it's Ralph Waldo Emerson. I love it. I keep it by my computer and I read it often because sometimes, you know, we go into the place that says, I'm doing all this, and what difference does it make? Sometimes you just wonder, what kind of difference is it really making? All of the different things that we take the time to do. And so I have to remind myself regularly that people's lives are changed, and people do have an awakening, and we're not always there to see it when it happens. We may be somewhere else entirely, so we don't know what kind of impact you may have. You only know it if somebody stops and drops you a note, or if they call you and tell you so. And so one of the things I really want to encourage everyone to do is that when somebody makes a difference in your life, tell them so. Drop them a note or give them a hug and tell them what a difference they make. Because all of us, day in and day out, need to be lifted up so that we can continue to know that what we're doing makes a difference. I mean, we can know it on one level, but it's really an important thing when you hear some kind of report back. It allows you to keep on keeping on whenever you want to go to bed and pull the covers over your head and say, I just can't deal with what's going on in the world. It's so crazy. And so I just invite you to start now and appreciating the people who have so much.
Last Saturday, Karen and I did something we rarely do. She did an angel reading for us.
Cool.
For Karen and I.
Oh, very cool.
And a major portion of the reading was about this group. And today marks the first anniversary of us moving into this house. Many of you were here the day we did.
Helped us
And
with.
it also begins the anniversary of the beginning of this. And what we were told in the reading that Karen did last Saturday was that the right people always show up for this Sunday. It doesn't make any difference. It's always the right people. And the second thing is that somehow or another, we as a group are making a difference that we may not even understand or be able to comprehend. But something is going on in this process, and I have to tell you, one of the things they said, and I told Susan this, that Karen has created, the holy space that Karen has created here, and this is what she has done in this home, and this is a real blessing to be part of this. Now, we're here for purpose, and the purpose is to support each other, and to learn from each other, and to know that we have a really powerful voice in the world. We were at a meeting 2 months ago, I think, of the IONS community in Austin. Anybody here know IONS? Yeah. Well, we were in the meeting of the IONS community, and there was a man that was presenting a historical report on UFO interchanges and sightings, and he called attention to a place in Nevada called the Integratron, which is this two-story circular wood constructed without any nails, building that is used for worship and meditation and some kind of thing, but it's all according to some design that was given to this man. And I just happened to come across this morning when I was getting ready for this. And this is something that's on the wall of the Integratron. And this is about peace. Authentic peace is always initiated personally as a felt experience. Those who sincerely seek an awareness of what peace is receive its blessing in waves, and this feeling of peacefulness grows exponentially throughout the year like a rising tide. However, to receive a felt awareness of peacefulness, we are required to consciously choose peace over and above our desire to be right, to understand, to win, to be successful, to have what we want, to be acknowledged, to be in control, and even to be safe. But if you remember the Course in Miracles, it says the purpose of the Course in Miracles is to teach you inner peace. And one of the questions you can ask people that you'll find very interesting answers of is, would you be willing to accept peace any way it came? And people sit back and say, well, no, not if I'm in prison, or not if the communists attack America, or not this or not that. And you can't put conditions on peace. It'll come to you any way it will, as long as you're willing to accept it. And I think that's probably what we're really about here, is the next part of the crazy is going to happen between now and the next. We're about creating a vision for the future that really works and reflects our highest selves and the highest selves of everybody we come in contact. And the only way we can do it is we cannot fight it. What is it? Do not
Resist.
Do not resist evil. Just simply walk past it. And keep the focus on what we're trying to do, which is to heal each other, to heal ourselves, to heal the world, and to demonstrate to each other, like we do every month in this room, that peace is absolutely possible. This is peace is possible. It's really possible. Now,